morning, everyone. Today's video I'm going to title Perception is Not Always Reality. We live in a society where we are driven by success, whether it's for self-gratification or external praise from our peers. And don't get me wrong, we all appreciate encouragement, positive feedback, and praise for our hard work. But what happens when we are forced to do or be something or be someone that we're not? Our society has a way of dictating what success should look like. What I mean by that is, we sometimes focus on the material, the financial, and even the social status of what we do. And let's keep it real. We are driven by those types of things, whether it's one or all of those. I don't know too many people who can honestly say that they're not driven by at least one of those. We all want to live a comfortable lifestyle where our families want for nothing. And professional athletes are the center of that when it comes to our young student athletes. Working with youth for over 12 years now, I'll see the young 8-year-old boy who walk in the gym and announce that he's the next KD, or Chris Paul, or Russell Westbrook, or D-Wade, LeBron, whoever it is, doing the fancy dribble moves, and then explodes to the basket only to miss a fundamental left-handed layup. But this kid swears up and down that he's the truth. Or even the parent in the stands at a game where they're yelling and screaming for their baby to get the ball, but has had 3 consecutive turnovers that have resulted in the other team scoring fast break buckets. And then the parent has the audacity to ridicule the coach about playing time once the child is told to sit the bench. I have a problem with that. But here's one for you. I have an issue when these young athletes watch their respective sports at the collegiate or professional levels, but they only watch for the Sports Center highlights. They watch for those spectacular dunks. Watching Chris Paul or somebody cross somebody up and they on skates. That's what they say these days. But yet instead they're not being a true student of the game and sitting there watching for specific things on how to develop their game. Whether it's learn about defensive positioning, proper spacing to create offensive opportunities, crashing the boards after every shot, things that these young players don't think that these college coaches pay attention to, but yet they're hoping for that big D1 scholarship offer. One thing I harp on with the young minds of athletes is looking at the game of basketball. Anybody can score. Otherwise, they wouldn't be playing the game. So, what is it that will set you apart from everybody else? What types of skill sets and work ethic do you bring to the table, as opposed to, always just trying to be, the team's MVP? You want to be the most valuable player or, on an all-star team or get these, little personal recognitions, but are you really even worrying or trying to put in the hard work that comes with it? A coaching buddy of mine posted something on Twitter about a week or so ago, and it was very, very profound, and it was disheartening at the same time, because what he said was the number of players who want to get better are at an all-time high. However, the number of players who want to be coached are at an all-time low. And I absolutely find that to be true, because they all want the success story. They all want to see and let people hear the success behind it, but they bypass what it takes to get there. And that just, as a coach, as a former student athlete, that drives me crazy, because they don't realize the amount of work that it goes into becoming a D1 athlete or Division II athlete or just a collegiate athlete, period. But they want to bypass all of that and get to the top without really knowing what goes on to get there. As parents, we're all about wanting the best for our son or daughter. I get that, but the thing is, we're going about it the wrong way. Stop expecting them to be the next LeBron, the next Peyton Manning, etc. But teach them about strong work ethic. Teach them about placing academics in the forefront, and not worrying about how many points they scored last night, or or the previous night, how many rebounds they got, how many touchdowns they threw, because they're missing the point. If you don't have the academics, you're not going anywhere anyway. So teaching them to place those academics in the forefront, because without that, none of that stuff even matters. You know, I can go on and on about this subject, but this is the mindset I want to try and change, so that our youth can stop seeing failure. You know, as always, I thank you for your feedback, your positive, whether positive or negative, and I hope to continue this in my venture. I'm currently working on my website right now. It'll, you know, hopefully it'll be published within the next, you know, I'm going to rough estimate, you know, next month or so, and look out for it. It's www.playfor1.com, and the 4 is the number 4, so www.play1, which is the word 1.com. All right, I hope all is well. See you guys later.